back to my channel, everyone. I'm the face of Trey, and if you're new and just tuning in, thanks for stopping by and checking me out. I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm just going to get that out of the way. Anyways, recently I got a lot of questions about, Trey, what does your foundation collection look like, and how many foundations do you have? Because you look like somebody that has a lot of foundations. And okay, I confess, I do have a good collection of foundation. If you guys think that 9, yes, 9 is a lot, yes, no. Well, I personally think that you can never have enough foundations, especially if you're a foundation junkie like myself. And the reason why I'm a foundation junkie is because it's all about the face. The face has to be laid, it has to be beat, you have to slay all day, and it's the one thing that's going to help the rest of your makeup last all day long. So just to give you a bit of a background on my skin type, I've got combination skin. So when I shop for foundation, I have to choose something that's long wearing, matte, 24-hour, budge proof, sweat proof, just everything proof. It holds up during the day. So all of the foundations I have are geared towards people that have combination to oily skin. I do have some in my collection that is more suited for normal skin, but because I'm combination skin, I can get away with it just by having a good setting powder, a good setting spray, and just a nice blot powder to help you throughout the day. So without further ado, let's jump into it and let me show you what I have. And keep in mind, these are no particular order, and you'll see some that I've talked about before in my other videos. So, and obviously, you know what? I'm going to start with my fave. And no surprise, if you guys have watched my videos, you know that the Lancome Teint Idole is the best foundation known to man. The best foundation ever made. And you know what? If you guys YouTube this, you won't find anybody that talks bad about this foundation. It is so amazing, and I have it on now, but I've actually mixed it with another foundation, which I will share with you. And my makeup has been fully applied since 6:30 a.m. It is now 4:20 p.m. and this is what I look like. I haven't blotted at all, and I'll come in a little closer to show you. No blotting, no oil seep through, nothing. Like, this is the business. You need to go out and buy it. Yes, it's expensive. It's $55 here in Canada, but it's well worth the money. And the reason why I like it is it's literally budge proof. Doesn't move. Like I said, I've gone to the gym after work and, you know, a full day of a beat face, and I still don't have to blot. I've actually fallen asleep in this too and still look good the next day. But it's really good, guys. I can't even, you know, say anything else, rave about it even more, because there's just nothing else to say. It is that good. Anyways, my shade is 450 Suede Neutral. It has a pump, which is awesome. I love foundations that have pump, and this is awesome for all skin types, normal, but especially good for people with combination to oily skin. Amazing, amazing. The next foundation I have is a long wearing foundation, and I've actually got 2 shades. It's the Revlon Colorstay 24-hour wear foundation, and this one is for combination oily skin. I have 2. This is the shade Caramel, and this is the shade Toast. And this is a good dupe for the Lancome one for everybody that prefers drugstore foundations and drugstore prices. This is definitely gonna be the one that you want to get. It's long wearing, and this one's suited for combination oily skin. Like I said, holds up through the day. It is awesome. So I tend to wear this sometimes as well because it's that good. But you know what? I always have to wear Lancome. It's just my fave. It's just one thing that I'm always used to. And but sometimes I will wear this, and it's definitely great. Good hold up foundation, lasts throughout the day. This and the Lancome, you do need good makeup remover to get it off, because they stay on the face. Like, you guys have to check it out to really know what I'm talking about. The one thing I don't like about the Revlon foundation is that it doesn't have a pump. Like, at this day and age, come on, why doesn't foundations come without a pump? Like, I hate pouring this on your hand. It gets everywhere, and you know what? You waste so much product. And when you're dropping money on foundation, you need it. You need to savor this stuff. So Revlon, you guys need a pump. However, I think I recently read that Revlon did put pumps on these foundations now, but I haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to have to look and check back with you guys just to confirm that. So that's the Revlon. The next one I have is a new one I just recently bought and I've fallen in love. It is just as good as Lancome, but still Lancome is my favorite. This is the second runner-up, is the new Chanel Ultrawear Flawless Foundation. This just came out recently, and one of my Instagrammers told me about it. Hey, Flawless Fly Girl, thanks so much, girl. And my shade is 91 Caramel, and oh my God, OMG. This is another ultra long wear foundation that I've fallen in love. And it's just as good as the Lancome. It lasts all day. And what I'm wearing today, I've actually mixed the Lancome and the Chanel together because this makes you look like so flawless. It's unbelievable. So when you mix two long wearing foundations together, you get like this. Beat as hell face. Amazing. This is very, very good for people with combination skin and oily skin. If you are oily and you're finding that everything slides off your face no matter what, get this. It is expensive. Yes, you guys know Chanel. Chanel ain't cheap. This costs $60. Here in Canada, $60. And yes, it's hard to spend $60 on a foundation, but I definitely will drop the money on a foundation if it's going to do what it's going to do, especially for my skin type. I don't like to blot or touch up throughout the day, so I will drop the money. And the reason why I will buy these over and over again is because they last long. And they are about medium to full coverage. You can build and not look cakey at all. But with the Revlon, the reason why there's no pump is you end up wasting. But because there's a pump, you can go, you know, if you want to mix 2 pumps of this, 2 pumps of that, and you've got equal parts, as opposed to if you're mixing with something that doesn't have a pump, gets all over and it doesn't work out. But these are my 2 holy grails. I will be doing videos on these 2 foundations so you guys can see what they look like applied and how they last throughout the day. I'll give you guys some in-depth review about it, but in the meantime, check it out. Go to the store, get a swatch or a sample, try it out, and you can thank me later. Okay, moving on. I've got another drugstore foundation, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation. My shade is 330 Toffee Caramel, and this is an awesome foundation, y'all. Like, Maybelline did the damn thing with this. They do have for normal skin, but the one I have here is for normal to oily skin. This is beautiful on. It makes you look poreless and porcelain-like, and I don't have to really touch up with this. Surprisingly, this holds up very well for not being a long wear foundation. It is beautiful, and one gripe again, I'm gonna have to bring this up, no pump, no pump. This drives me mental, and sometimes this is a reason why I don't buy foundations, is because they don't have a pump, and I just hate, you know, pouring. The bottle gets messy and it gets everywhere. It's such a huge gripe for me, but you know what, drugstore people, drugstore price, you can't go wrong. This is awesome, and they also sell a powder to go with it, which is also beautiful. So you know what, definitely a good buy. Next up, we've got another high-end foundation. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Mattifying Foundation. Looks like this. I'm in the shade 70 Caramel. And for people that are oily skin, I'm just going to put it out right now. Amazing. This holds up. It's waterproof, mind you. Holds up sweat, blood, tears, oiliness. It is awesome, and you need a good cleanser to get this off. My only gripe, I'm going to show you this as well. This doesn't have a pump. It's got a weird nozzle-like thing. Like, I mean, you could control how much you put out, but you still waste because you just don't know. If you need one pump and you know one pump is good for your face, a pump is helpful. When you use this and you only need one pump, you can't really tell because you squirt too much and you have leftover and it's a waste. But Makeup Forever is an awesome line, especially for women of color. They have a wide range of colors for everybody. And they're another one of my favorite beauty lines to get. So definitely check this out. If you're looking for long wear forever in a day, you want to go swimming, whatever. Yeah, this holds up. You guys will love this. Next, we've got the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation. My shade is Tahoe Medium Dark 2. Looks like this. And it has a pump. And we all know that Nars is amazing. They come out with great products. I can't say anything bad about them. You can find shades for every skin tone, and this is a beautiful foundation. Keep in mind that there's nothing sheer about this foundation. You can build this to a medium to full coverage. All of the foundations that I show you here are not sheer. You can get a good full coverage with a couple layers. So if you're somebody that loves a beat face, full coverage, you can definitely get away with that. This is beautiful on. Photographs amazing. All of them photograph amazingly, by the way. There is no flashback and they hold up well throughout the day. This foundation, though, I would say is more geared towards people with normal to combination skin. I can get a little shiny in my T-zone area, but again, if you have a good setting powder, a setting spray, you can get away with that, no problem. And a good primer does also help. I totally recommend when you're wearing makeup to buy a primer because it sets everything and your makeup does not move. So this is great. It has a pump. Nothing bad to say about Nars. Awesome. It is higher priced, but worth the price as well. And the last two foundations I have is another Revlon one. This is the Revlon Photoready foundation. My shade is Caramel, but let me put this out there. Revlon put a pump on this foundation, but they didn't put a pump on this foundation. You know, you see where I'm going with this? Like, why not keep it consistent throughout your whole line? My gripe, I'm just saying. But another great foundation for people that love drugstore foundations. This one has kind of like shimmery particles in it. So it is best suited for normal to combination skin, but oily skin could get away with it. Again, you just have to set it good, have a good primer. And this photographs really beautifully. And nothing I can say bad about Revlon. The two drugstore lines that I love is Maybelline and Revlon because their shade range is great. And in Canada, it's a bit tricky, I know, with L'Oreal. And sometimes they just don't carry all the shades like in the States. So that's a big gripe for me as well. And especially with some of the higher end products, I can never find foundation shades for me. So I end up sometimes buying two to mix. And that sucks when you're trying to drop like $50 on a foundation. But you know what? They're trying to bring out more shades here in Canada. So you know what? I give it to them. Revlon, this is a good one. So the last foundation that I have is a high-end one, higher end, and it's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. My shade is the shade 10. However, this is actually dark for me. When I bought it, it was a couple summers ago when it was super hot and I really got a good tan and I bought this. But now I can't wear this alone because it's too orangey reddish, so I have to mix it. But I don't wear this a lot, and the reason why is this is a luminous foundation, so it can give you a nice beautiful sheen, so it's more geared towards people that have normal skin. However, a tip for you all that have long wearing foundations but would like a nice dewy glow, sometimes I'll mix Lancome because it's long wearing with a dewy glowy foundation to get the best of both worlds. And it does work and I love it. So sometimes I'll do that, but I don't reach for this one very often just because, you know, I find that I can get pretty oily with it. You know, it's Giorgio Armani. It's got a pump. It's great. They have lots of colors out there, but not in Canada. So they didn't carry my actual shade, so that's why I had to buy 10 and work with it at the time. But it's fabulous. Photographs well. It's a beautiful finish. Those with normal skin will love this. A lot of people on YouTube rave about this. And Kim Kardashian wears it. Just saying. Don't go and buy it just because of that. But I just had to put it out there because, you know, people do. People go and buy it because she's wearing it. So, but this is a nice foundation as well. And that's all I have for you guys. I know it's not a huge collection, but I plan on adding more to my collection. I just recently got a sample of the new Urban Decay All Nighter foundation, and I actually really like it. So I think I'm going to go out and buy a full-size bottle. And when I do, you know your girl is going to keep you guys updated and do a video about it. But in the meantime, please keep your suggestions and your comments coming. I love it. I'm so excited about my channel. I see that it's growing and you guys are enjoying it, and that's great. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.